Hey everybody, if you're listening to this podcast on YouTube and you do not have YouTube Red, don't worry because it is now on Apple Podcasts, which comes downloaded on your phone right out the box and is also on Spotify. So go subscribe to us and enjoy.
Okay, so now you fall in love with someone, and again your brain is lit up.
And that is all.
It was literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, it was like 2,716 or something.
Okay everybody, welcome back to the Comfort Blanket Podcast.
Mini-series.
Yeah bro, mini-series finally. After a little bit of time of a hiatus, we were dealing with things. And we have our very nice friend, Sabrina. Say
What's
hi.
up, y'all? Hi.
Yay. How fun. Yeah. Okay, bye. Good night, everybody.
See you
Yeah,
later,
actually, this
suckers.
was a bad idea. That's all, folks.
That's it for today, night. I was gonna say guys, but then I said nice.
So,
Yeah.
I guess a little update because it's been like 2 weeks since we last uploaded, I think.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. 2
Damn,
weeks.
2 weeks too long.
What? What are we doing?
Little update, bro. About your life.
All right.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go first. Cause like y'all, they know y'all. They don't know me.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well,
I'm irrelevant.
so I went to Las Vegas, Nevada,
Vegas, baby.
where weed is legal.
Yeah,
dude,
baby.
High five humanity.
Yes. And it was crazy. I like tripped balls on edibles and shit this past week. I think it was yesterday or something. No. I don't know. I tripped on edibles, but it was pretty bad. Like I went to the Hoover Dam and like
Damn.
I was like looking off the you fucking told me to do a flip. You're like, do a flip.
Oh yeah, I did. I was just joshing.
Yeah, sure dude.
Yeah, but I've been there before. It was really cool. You know, like if you pour water over it, like the water just goes up instead of like
What?
going down. Yeah, it like floats up. Like something about the gravity there
He
or
was like,
some shit.
He was like, buy water.
It's really cool. I
Guy's
mean,
like, "Give me
I
some
didn't do
of
it when
that."
I was there, but like I saw a video of it and I was like, what? I was there. I could have done it, but I didn't do it.
That's pretty cool.
But it's true.
I've seen like a, when someone throws like a basketball.
Oh,
Is
and
it
it
the
curves?
Hoover Dam?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like curve the, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
fucking
Dad, do you
crazy.
think we could skate down the Hoover Dam? And he's like,
The
Yeah.
walls.
yeah, he was like, you could. And I was like, but you'd probably die, right? He was like, yes, 100% you'd die.
That's
And then
pretty
I
good.
like saw it and I was like, holy fuck, you would die.
And then you're like in 2 different time zones at once. It's
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah, Nevada time and Arizona time.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Wait, where's wait, I'm trying to think. Where's, because New Mexico is where Breaking Bad is, right?
Mhm.
Is that,
It's like near Arizona.
isn't that like the 4 states that connect?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking about like in Breaking Bad how there's that scene where she goes to like the corner of the 4
Because
states.
it's like Texas, New Mexico.
No,
Yeah.
it's not Texas.
Yeah, Texas
Well,
is at the
Texas
bottom.
isn't in that
Is it?
like 4 corner.
Yeah, no, it's
thing.
not in the 4 corner one. It's like
Well, that's where El Paso is, in Texas.
Merp.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like, I'm just saying like in the show she goes to the corner. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
That-
seen
I think
that?
that is...
Have you seen that thing before?
Yeah, yeah.
And she
I know what
flicks
you're
the
talking
corner?
about. I don't know
Yeah.
what states they are. I think it's
Yeah,
like
I thought it was what he was talking about.
Arizona.
no, that's
Nevada.
just Arizona, Nevada, the time zones right there at the
Yeah.
Hoover
Mhm.
Dam.
Yeah, that's like at
The damn
Las
Hoover?
Vegas, or like
The
near.
damn Hoover.
Look at that damn Hoover.
Yeah, like when we were drinking water there from the water fountains, my parents were like, sorry, am I too far?
Yeah.
When we were drinking water at the water fountains on the Hoover Dam, we're like, just drinking some damn water.
That's pretty good.
Funny. So funny.
Sabrina, I wanted to ask about your past profession, but you're not in it anymore.
Just getting right into the topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna
What
talk
questions do you have?
About it? I kind of want to go.
Past
go
profession.
over go over your past profession and fill us in on exactly what
Yeah.
it was.
Basically, my past profession was dancing on a pole in front of
An entertainer.
yeah. I was an entertainer. You know,
Is that
entertaining men that throw money at me.
Is
You
that
know.
like a thing?
Spectators.
Is that a thing? Because I always see like in shows and stuff when people are like, "Oh, don't call me a stripper. I'm an entertainer." Like, do you like
Actually, like it's funny because whenever my friends like will introduce me like as like, oh yeah, she's a stripper. I'm like, I guess. I mean,
that? You don't really
I,
like that?
no, I'm just like I'm a dancer. I'm an entertainer. Yeah, I like saying entertainer.
I just didn't know if that was like real
I
or
am
not.
like really entertaining whenever I'm on stage. Like
Yeah,
the other
that's
day they actually they were joking around, like the DJ jokes around sometimes. He played the chicken song, you know, and like all the other strippers were like mad about it, but I was like the only one that was like actually doing it. It was really funny.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. Like it's not like a bad job, but like it gets really ugly sometimes.
Mhm.
Like the guys will like
Creepy.
really creepy, and like will like pay you to like touch you and stuff, and just like, I don't want you to touch me, I just want your money, honey, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's ugly, but yeah,
Pretty fucked up.
It's like degrading too.
it is, it really is.
'Cause
But
they start looking
at
at
the
you.
same time, like I brought a lot of confidence to myself. Like I was
Mhm.
like kind of like the first time I went to a strip club, I stripped at one. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was it was
Wait,
really cool.
wait.
I had never been to a strip club before. I stripped at one.
What is that? Wait, so you weren't working there though?
No, well, like
Oh.
You just got on the fucking bar
whenever
or
I
bar?
went there, I just
Mhm.
applied, and like
Oh.
when you go to a strip club and apply, all you have to do is bring your social and your ID, and like
Mhm.
come prepared, like what you're
So
gonna
you
wear
were
and
prepared that
everything.
first?
Yeah, like
Oh shit, that's
like
crazy.
all they do is say like, do you have everything you need like to dance in and everything? And you're like, yeah. And
Oh,
they're
so they
like,
don't provide stuff? Like you have
like
to go out and
if
buy
you're
it for
if
yourself?
honestly, if you don't get hired at a strip club, it's probably because you're ugly. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
that's either
I mean, it's like the job is the looks. type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, you know.
It's literally like surface level, like
yeah.
no personality.
So like if
bro.
you don't get a job, I'm sorry, boo boo. You're gonna have to find something else.
So they got you to work like immediately? Type of
Yeah,
thing?
like
That
you just,
day.
like I've worked at like more than one strip club before, you know, like I just like go in and be like, hey, can I dance? Like it's either the daytime shift or the nighttime shift,
Mhm.
and like you just like sometimes I'll call ahead and be like, are y'all hiring for daytime and nighttime? And they'll be
Yeah.
like, yeah, come on in.
Well,
And,
it's like, I guess nighttime is like the prime, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
nighttime, but like daytime's good too. Like it's like a couple people there, not that many, and so like you get like your customers and all that.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
like, of course you're gonna, I don't know. I was gonna say, of course you'd get work. That's kind of difficult though. Hmm.
It is.
Is it like like competitive type of thing or like?
Yeah, kinda like.
it's like cutthroat.
Yeah, it's like, cause like some girls will have their customers and whatever, you know, and like they'll come up to you and it's like, oh, but you were just with her, and then it's
Mhm.
like,
They're like trying to steal your
Yeah.
clientele.
But how
and,
do
like-
you like? How does it?
Fuck.
How do you know who's gonna get who type of thing? Like, do you call the person?
you
like,
kind of just
call
like,
them?
well, not really. You
Call it.
kind of just like
Call
go
it
up.
dibs.
It's kind of like first come, first serve. Like you go
Gotcha.
up to them, like that's it, you
Yeah.
know, like. And if they don't want you, they don't want you. And then,
Has it like a guy ever like curved another stripper and then like been like, I want Sabrina?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
that's
pretty
that
good.
is a confidence booster.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool, but like at the same time, it's like the girls are bitches. Like
Mhm.
they're like, I just go, I mind my business. I don't like really talk to anyone. Like, oh, there's this one girl. She was like, "Girl, what's your name?" Blah blah blah. You know, like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm whatever my stripper name is. It's Dulce."
Hey,
Wait, is that your stripper name?
Yeah.
isn't that 20?
No,
Dulce?
no, it's sweet candy, like candy.
Oh.
Oh.
20 Dulce
like una-
is 12.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I heard that like sometimes when people get the stripper names, it's like your middle name and then like the first street you lived on or type of thing, or the street you grew up on.
Oh, like
Oh,
those
the
are just
dog.
like
Yeah,
those
those
are
are
those
fuck
stupid
around
little
ones.
memes on
Yeah.
like you know.
Mine would be John Cardinal.
John Cardinal?
Yeah.
Like John Carter, but
Oh,
George
shit.
Cardinal. Oh, what I was going to say before I forget, I was like, you know, they have titty bars where you go in and you like pay to see boobs.
Yeah.
They should have personality bars where you go
Pay
in
to
to pay to
see
see
Hell yeah,
personality.
bro.
You
Okay,
just sit down and you
so
talk
You
to
just,
them.
like,
it's
you're
funny
like,
because like the strip clubs here in San Antonio, they don't like allow you to show like your boobs or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's only on the outskirts of San
Oh,
Antonio.
shit.
Yeah, so like the
So they
first
always have to have like those pasties or whatever covering them.
yeah, no, yeah, either that or it's called latex. You just put like a bunch of latex on your boobs, like to cover your nipple, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like even like I didn't know because like I would dance on the outskirts of San Antonio, but I didn't know this. Like I had a bathing suit, like not a bathing suit, but like a cute little glittery top, like to cover my nipples. And they were like, no, you still have to like put the latex, even though like.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, strange. Okay,
That's really
whatever.
weird.
That's cool though. Like,
They said because San Antonio is a family-oriented
Yeah.
city. I was,
What?
like, I was like, what the hell? It's a
you'd be
strip
like, wife, I'm
club.
going to the strip club.
Yeah.
But
She's
I
like,
won't
as
look at
long-
any nipples, I
Yeah.
promise.
As long as they cover their nipples, Johnny.
He's like, yes, sir.
Were their nipples covered?
That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
What
it
the fuck?
is. It's really
I love
weird.
Texas, but I also hate Texas because it's like they're so close-minded, but like those are like the ideals that I grew up with my grandparents. So it's kind of cool to see like similar ideals, but then it's also like as I'm like trying new things and opening up my mind, it's like I would change that at least.
Yeah, like people come to see some titties. They got to drive all the way outside of San Antonio to see some titties, you know?
Hey, we're in the outskirts right now.
I can look at some titties on Pornhub.
Not really.
There we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Like 5
Yeah.
minutes away.
We're
would
like
be-
by like oh shit, I don't want to reveal our addresses.
Yeah, you don't want to reveal the addies now.
Because we actually live in Las Vegas, California.
Have you been to Vegas?
Yeah, I went 2016.
Wait,
It
is
was-
Las Vegas in California?
Nevada. You fuck.
It's
Oh,
in
shit.
Nevada, you knucklehead McSpazaton.
You're right. Mixed
No.
Bazaton?
Yeah, it's from SpongeBob.
Fuck that guy.
That one part when they're like calling out the movie SpongeBob the movie, they're like calling out his name,
Hasselhoff.
calling him names.
Oh.
No, they're calling him
Wait,
names
which
in the
movie?
crowd. The first
Oh
movie.
yeah.
They're calling
He's
David
like
Hasselhoff.
he's trying to call him a
name.
kid. He's
Oh.
like a manager or kidager or whatever. I don't know. And like all the people are calling out his name, calling him names like a ding nut. I don't know. I'm Knucklehead
A
McSpazaton.
sweet Bippy.
You bet your sweet Bippy I did.
What do you call it? Why did I say Las Vegas? Oh, because like when you're walking on the street, you see the girls with like
Oh,
their
yeah.
boobies
Dude, yeah,
exposed.
whenever I went to Vegas, actually, it was cool because it actually kind of inspired me to want to like
Mhm.
be a dancer.
I was gonna
and
ask
like,
you that. For
yeah,
something.
I went to the show. It was a zombie burlesque. It was
Mhm.
like right.
Uh-oh.
Pardon,
Silence
pardon
your
my
cell
telephono.
phone.
I'm gonna edit that one. in.
Sorry, but anyways, it was a zombie burlesque show, and it was like really cool and like
Mhm.
interesting to me because like I'm into like theater shows and like all that stuff. So I was like, wow, like
Were they
that was a
like?
cool ass job.
What's like a
Oh,
burlesque? That's okay. What's a burlesque show?
It's like where they like have like dancers, like performers. They're like all performing and everything and singing and dancing and like it's kind of like it's a seductive. There you go, seductive show
Yeah.
with like yeah, they're like seductive like musicals pretty much, I guess, and it's really cool. It's like it's really fun.
That's dope.
It seems fun.
Could you say like your worst story? I
Oh,
guess.
shit.
While
Ugh.
stripping.
I don't even. Man, that song made me so happy. I don't know if I want to reach.
Arms of-
I feel like we're gonna reach into like
Cue the music.
her deepest, darkest.
Nah, honestly, it was just one time I was in VIP, you know, where you give the lap dances and everything.
Mhm.
And the guy, he was literally trying to like finger me, and I was like, oh hell no.
Oh my goodness.
And like I like literally got up and I was like, fuck no, dude, like fuck this. And the security came in and everything, and he was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna pay you your money, blah blah blah, and all this shit. He got real mad and like he was like yelling and causing a scene. I was like,
Fuck.
oh hell, that's kind of like what made me want to stop because like it was really
It
ugly.
like shakes you up.
Yeah, it's
like,
it's
super
it's scary.
unpredictable.
It's really scary, and especially because like even though like they have security there and all that, it's still like you never know.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like really fucked up
And
because
then-
you're doing this much for them and they still like want
Want
to go
more.
more.
Yeah.
Like as far as they possibly
Like,
can.
So
Dude.
fucking thirsty, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad. It's really bad. And then like
It's fucked up.
yeah, like he offered a lot of money too, and then
Mm.
like he was like, I'm not paying you all that money. I was like, you just wasted my damn time. I could have been like giving someone else, you know, like
Someone else who isn't a fucking weirdo.
yeah.
That's fucked up. The
It was-
security, were they just there like you just
They just like stand like on the outside, you know, and like I just like yelled. I was like, oh fuck no, like I was just like nah, like I was just like no, I can't. Like I just walked out.
Are a
and,
lot
like,
of them
I
drunk?
told yeah, a lot of them
Yeah.
like they just go. A lot of them don't even like pay for like the strippers or anything. They just go to drink, you know, and watch the strippers. But yeah, I don't know.
So is there admission? Do they charge admission?
Yeah, like there's a fee to get in. And
like a
then
movie
Is
theater.
it expensive or is it like $8?
it's like I think it's like $20 to get in. And shit.
Yeah.
So they make money at the door and then like money from the drinks and then money from. Do you have to like pay like a
Yeah,
portion,
it's
right?
a house fee. Yeah,
Yeah.
the strippers pay a house fee because that's how
They
you
make
know,
money.
Yeah,
So do you only get money from like
Or do you get
from
paid
the money
salary?
being thrown at me and the money that they
That's it?
give me. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
they
a
pay
lot of
you?
money though.
Do they pay you like a salary though? That's
no,
what he's asking.
no,
No?
it's only like
it's just the money
tips.
that. Yeah, it's only the tips. Yeah,
So you kind of make what you work for?
yeah, you gotta work for that shit, girl. You gotta work for it.
So there's like a main stage, right? Type
Yeah,
of
so
thing.
like well, it just depends on what like club you go to,
Mhm.
but most of them they have like an order of like the girls that go on and everything.
Yeah.
So like they'll call like Dulce to the main stage, and then the other girl that was just on the main stage goes to like the stage next to you or something, and it's just like you're just the main one pretty much, you know. And yeah, but like at the one that I first stripped at, it was just like whatever. Like they'll call you on the main stage, but like anyone could dance wherever. They weren't really as strict as the ones in San Antonio. Like yeah,
Where was that at?
San
Seattle?
Antonio.
Von Army.
Where the fuck is that?
It's like there.
Is it in Texas?
Yeah, it's in Texas, it's on the
okay.
outskirts of San Antonio.
Oh boy.
Are you good?
No.
Damn, it's just like in stripper land right now.
I'm like, oh, I'm just kidding. I don't think. Fuck. I feel like I just like can't go to a strip club. I feel like
Nah.
it'd be like against my morals, unless it was for like a bachelor party or something, like something special.
Yeah.
I don't think I could see myself like casually going to the strip club and just like getting drunk and shit. there.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes I'll ask them, I'll be like, strip club boys? But instead I'm like, oh, please no.
Please say no, please say no.
Yeah. That's kind of intimidating, bro.
It is. It's like,
Sorry.
yeah, I could tell like whenever people go and like sometimes like it could tell like when someone's never been to a strip club before, they don't want to like go up and like throw the money. They'll just like just sit there and you have to go up to them and be like, so what you gonna do with that money? You know, like you gonna spend it on
Have
me
you ever
or
gotten
what?
someone that was like young, like our age, like 18-year-old?
It's usually mostly 21 and up. Like, but
Oh,
like,
they don't allow 18.
That's into
yeah, yeah,
Oh.
they can allow 18 years old.
Dude,
I
that's
think.
fucking crazy. I think
yeah.
18 is still too young. Like,
But that's
I
like
don't know. Maybe I'm fucking weird, but
that's the age that you can go, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
18.
some strip clubs. Some of them are 21 and up.
really, is it that
Just
graphic?
depends.
Or it's
Isn't that
alcohol, right?
graphic?
It's the alcohol
and
and all
shit.
that.
But I would
like, they make
imagine
their
the-
money off like people buying drinks and all
Yeah.
that. You know.
I would imagine that they would put like the X on them or something.
Yeah.
The XXX.
Then
R.I.P. my boy.
He's XXX tinked.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's fucked up. I'm suing you for that one.
Sorry.
On behalf of my boy Slim Shady.
God.
That's pretty good. So instead of being a stripper, sorry.
An entertainer, you fucker.
Sorry.
Fucking asshole.
What are your other hobbies? There you go. What
Um.
is the life of an entertainer? Like, okay, so
Well, actually, before I actually like really started dancing, I was living in Floresville, you know, the boonies, and I decided the boonie life is not for me, you know, and I wanted to come back to San Antonio, and like right as I was coming back, I got called from Six Flags saying like, hey, we're having auditions, you should come audition. And I was like,
Auditions
oh
for what?
yeah, the Fright Fest and everything. Yeah, so
did
like
you do it?
yeah, I auditioned and I'm gonna do that
Oh, so
like
you're-
as a part-time job, you know.
Oh, okay, so it's like
Yeah.
coming
Sabrina
out.
was telling me that shit, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! That's like, it's like,
'Cause, like,
fate."
I would
you know?
yeah I would do that at SeaWorld and like so I have experience at SeaWorld, you know, being a performer there. So they saw that and they were like, hey, come work over here. And I was like, hell yeah, because at Six Flags they have like more opportunities there. At SeaWorld it's more
Wait.
like
Sorry, I have a quick question before I forget.
merp.
Is like, can you put that on your resume, like as an entertainer?
Yeah. Wait,
like that you
a
were,
stripper?
Like, yeah, at a strip club.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just asking, like, if that's what you're saying.
I don't put that on my resume.
Okay.
No.
I mean, it might impress the boss. You'd be like,
You'd be like,
Ooh,
shit.
entertainer, I see.
You're hired. Just show me your moves and you're hired.
I was hearing about this
Show me your
girl,
moves.
this girl that I know that worked at Hooters,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying that like the guy like gave her like her garbs or whatever, like her revealing shit, and then she had to like turn around in front of him and like show him how she looked in it. It seems like really fucking awkward. Have you
Yeah.
worked?
Yeah.
No, I haven't worked, but like I'm pretty sure that's how it
Yeah.
is because you know like they
Damn.
gotta see
Like,
if they got
when you're working at Hooters.
if you
Yeah.
got it.
What?
fly,
Just like-
boy, I
what
know
the
you
fuck?
want it.
Yeah, the
That's
guy.
crazy.
It's probably some like old fuck, and he's just like looking at these like.
yes, those are some brine buns.
Oh
Um,
man.
what was I gonna say? Like, what are the rules when you're like at, what are the rules like at Fright Fest type of thing? Like, you worked at SeaWorld, right?
Yeah.
What's the
Like
SeaWorld one
it's
called?
like arm's length. You can't be like too close. To...
Yes, yeah, like in my head. What do you call it? So you like, oh yeah, keep going. So you can touch people.
So like you have to have like arm's length, and like if somebody like hits you or something, like you have to go to security, and like it's like this whole thing. But like I've
Where?
never gotten punched in the face or anything.
At SeaWorld when she's like
Punch at
working it.
SeaWorld.
Like as a scare.
As a scare.
like if
Oh,
you scare
yeah.
someone, they're like, oh.
I'm a creepy
Ow.
bitch.
That hurt.
Dude, yeah, it was
Oh,
pretty. It was
shit.
pretty cool. The last time I did it, I was in one of the haunted houses, and like I was at the beginning, like, and there's like this long hallway, and it was a strobe light in it,
Oof.
and like
For like
I
how long? How long did you have to like sit there?
the whole time.
Fuck.
But-
and that
so-
strobe light was like going off.
Yeah, but
Was
like
it,
I
in
don't
your face,
like.
or-
Yeah,
What the fuck?
well, like
What
I
the
didn't
fuck?
mind it. Like
Epileptic,
I
bro.
kind of like I don't know. I was used to it, you know, you get used to it.
That would fuck me
But
up.
anyways, like I would stand at like the end of the hallway, and there was like doors at the end of the hallway, and like the people would come in, you know, do, and I'd be like, I'd run up to them like really fast, and like just they'd be scared as shit,
terrifying.
and like
In a strobe light too.
yeah,
bro.
in a
Fuck
strobe light,
that.
and there was this other like dude in the hallway with me. He was really creepy and like really flexible, and like it was really fun. Yeah.
What were you, like,
13th
dressed
floor,
up
bro?
as?
It was in the ICU, so like I had like this like robe on and like
Like a
it was all
pharmacist?
bloody. Not a
A
pharmacist.
nurse or surgeon?
No, I was like a patient. I was a patient.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
a
the one where you have your
psycho patient.
Oh,
You'd be like butt exposed.
yeah. That's what I
Oh,
was
like a
thinking.
straight jacket type
Yeah.
of thing.
Oh, shit.
No, it was a robe, and then
Okay.
yeah,
I
it was pretty cool.
Get it?
don't get it. No.
She's wearing a robe, bro. That's all that matters.
Fucking robe, man. Do you not know what a fucking robe is?
No.
I was telling I think I said like an older podcast, but it's like kind of like a scary, how do you say it? It's kind of like a horror story. Like, you remember that one I was saying where the guy was like eating the guy's arm?
Hmm.
Okay, so it was some like, it was some haunted house, and there was this scene where this guy was like eating this kid's arm, and it came out later that it was just like a homeless guy in the place, like eating some random kid's arm.
What?
And like people thought it was just like part of the show. He was like, "Help me," but it was like real.
Shit, it's real.
It could be you,
See
dude.
that?
No, that's fucking scary, bro. What the
pretty
fuck?
fucked
That's
up.
funny.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my God.
It's hilarious.
No, that's not, dude. Because, like, imagine if that was you. You're just, like, some kid, like, man, this is scary. And then someone was just, like, and just like, comes and eats your arm,
It's
bro.
actually real. Fuck, dude.
He's like, itadakimasu. Only Hannah will get that joke. And he'd be like, All right, sorry.
Don't
I
be
think I
sorry.
should. I think
Be
you should take
careful.
the. I think you should take the headphones.
You ever
Me?
hear it?
You wanna
Okay,
try it?
sure. Damn, got a big head.
Why do you keep insulting my fucking big head, dude? Leave me alone.
ASMR. Please stop it.
Hey everybody, this is Jacob editing the podcast. Just letting you know that at this point in the podcast, we got really bored and started messing with the stereo options on the microphone. Enjoy. Look, I'm gonna change it to, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Wait, which one's stereo? I think it's this one.
Are you running? Why?
Do you hear it like in your separate ears?
Good, so clean.
Let me try it,
So
let me try it.
cringe. Penis.
Straight at you.
Live from the penis.
Who's right and who's left?
Right, left.
She's right.
No?
Top.
Right?
Is she?
Am I
Oh,
right?
because I
Podcast
guess
hear
this would
this?
be looking at you.
Am I right or am
Can
I
the
right?
podcast hear it? Like being left and right?
I think so.
That's gonna be so
You
true.
hear this? Well,
Yeah,
because
I
I
can
guess
hear
like
it.
the mic looks at you this way, so this would
So
be
it's
right.
like this.
It's looking at us.
Talk right
Let's
here,
see.
Sabrina.
Hello, governor.
Yeah, that's the right side.
Hmm.
Wow. That's
Wow.
awesome. You like that?
What did he say? What did you call?
What did you say?
Don't say that.
I'm gonna take it out.
But that was good. I wish people weren't so fucking sensitive, you pricks.
You fucking assholes.
I can't believe you done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I like this
I
shit.
see dead
Like
people.
how she was like, what did he say? No, seriously, what did he say?
I like this one.
Seriously, I still want to know.
Let's look on Twitter news and see if we can find some nice
Lucas,
topics.
shout out to a Comfort Blanket employee working under our name. Employee.
What is he doing?
Bro, out in the boonies, you're not an employee. You're an employee.
Don't take
Because
me back.
I tweeted, "Do you remember?" And Lucas liked it and retweeted it.
Aw.
Shout out to my boy Lucas,
Shout out
fucking
to
great
Lucas,
guy.
bro.
Shouts out,
Damn.
Lucas. I don't know you, Lucas, but shouts out.
Look. Do you think he's cute, bro?
Oh, he's cute or whatever.
See, I
Damn,
fucking told
bro.
you, bro.
Lucas can get it.
Lucas can literally get it.
Oh, whatever.
Bro, half of the shit Lucas has retweeted has been like from me, dude. I feel so honored.
What a good fucking guy.
What a good friend,
RFT.
dude.
RFT.
Well, I guess the most recent one.
All these bitches is
Aw.
my sons.
That's my fucking.
In
dude.
Twitter news, elderly man walks 12 miles every day to visit his wife in the hospital.
Why doesn't he just stay in the hospital room with her?
Because they kick him out. He's like, no, I wanted my peanut butter and jelly.
That's funny.
Far out, dude.
Radical.
Gnarly, dude. She has some battle scars, bro. That sounds like fucking Carl
True
Weezer.
story.
Are you gonna eat that croissant? No, are you going to finish that croissant?
That's
Bro.
funny.
My coworker called me fucking Carl Weezer. I'm gonna end her shit.
What was your cartoon when you were a kid? Like when you were a kid, you had to watch this one
Oh,
cartoon.
fuck, dude.
Scooby Doo.
Was it?
A kid named Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Did y'all watch that one?
¿Dónde estás?
Or a kid named Scooby-Doo. A pup named Scooby-Doo.
Shut up.
I kill you. Dude, what was my cartoon?
Whoa,
Honestly,
look at her arms like twisted.
I loved
together.
I loved cartoons. I don't know what was my favorite one though.
Did you
Like,
watch Johnny Bravo?
fuck yeah, I did.
Dexter's Laboratory?
Dexter's Laboratory.
He's like, a stupid woman.
Fade me
Powerpuff
Bates,
Girls
baby.
was my shit. I swore I
Powerpuff
was
Girls.
Bubbles.
Let's have a whole conversation like with Lenny and you're my dad.
Oh,
I don't know how you talk.
Come on.
How does a New Yorker talk?
I'm walking here.
Okay.
get out of my way. I can't.
Get out of my way.
Mamma Mia is a homemade a gogoosh.
I could do. I'm
Mama's
from Jersey.
ganoush.
I'm
You
from
looking at my
Jersey.
mama's ganoush?
Your mom's
I'm
muff
sorry.
You better turn around and walk the other way, buddy, before I blast you a new one. I feel like I'm actually in New York right now. Look at me.
I can't stop
Look at
talking.
I
me.
can't stop talking like that. My fedora, it's on my head.
Sound like JonTron.
I can't breathe.
Oh, I can't believe we've done this. Now we're in England, running from the Nazis.
Oh no! What? From the Nazis?
Yes.
With the
He's like,
Nazis.
my name is Red Skull. He was in Insidious, right?
Red Skull?
He like reappeared behind that girl and he's like,
Dude.
Red Skull from Marvel and Insidious.
yeah.
Fuck.
Marvel's Red Skull.
He
That's
was-
what-
You know, if like a monster eats you, he has to eat that pussy too.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
And that ass.
Think about it, he's eating your ass. That's a good thought. He's like, this monster's eating me. He's gonna eat my pussy too.
Like
Well,
Venom.
in that case.
Yeah.
Venom can get this pussy. He's like,
First, I'm gonna eat your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck.
I think we're too fucking loud. I'm talking too much. I'm so sorry. We're in 7 planes of existence right now. The first dimension. What's the first dimension?
The first dimension.
I don't know, but I got really interested in the second, third, and fourth dimension. Let me tell you a little story about
let's
this.
About
all
the
that
fourth
shit.
Let's hear
dimension.
this.
So like the second dimension, right? It's like
Can you not do that, please?
about it. Like the second
It bothers
dimension.
me.
Look at it like a piece of paper, right?
You
And
can't.
you draw a square. That's second dimensional type of thing.
Oh shit.
You stupid.
I punched it.
And like third dimension is the plane that we live in, which
Yes.
is like left, right, up.
Down,
And second dimension is
round and
left,
round.
right. Yeah.
Horizontal and vertical.
And the fourth dimension is like on an entirely different plane of existence. And it's like a second dimensional person, if they like existed type of thing, they could only see like what's in front of them. They would only have like a very slight like
Mhm.
Yeah.
point of view like
Mhm.
this. So
It'd be look
Have
it
to
would look like
turn
you're moving in
The
a square,
whole way
basically.
to turn
Yeah.
to
Because it's
see
like-
the other way.
yeah. So like if a third dimensional person was to pass through the second dimension, it would seem like we are like appearing out of nowhere and then disappearing because we go like up through it.
I
And
think
they
I
would
watched
only
that
see-
video with you.
Did you?
It sounds super familiar. But I know what you're talking about. Was it like a 3D ball? Like the ball, they were like growing
I think
it?
so.
They
Yeah,
were like materializing it, and then it's like, and this is it going back like,
Yeah.
past the third dimension, and it shrunk.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I was like learning about this stuff a long time ago, and I guess we watched that video game, which made me like a little more interested in it again. So a second dimensional person looking at a third dimensional person, they wouldn't understand what the fuck they are seeing.
Yeah.
So us third dimensional beings,
Holy
if
fuck.
we saw a fourth dimensional being, we wouldn't be able to comprehend what we're looking at.
Mhm.
Do you remember that fucking show that missed, like our teacher, I can't say her name, but our
Miss
teacher.
Bitch.
Yeah, just call me Miss Bitch for me.
Okay. But she was so nice to me.
Aw.
She was a bitch to me.
Honestly, Miss Math teacher. She showed us that geometry video about it's like if you were born a triangle or whatever, you're like normal. But if you were born like a circle,
Mhm.
you're fucking like,
You're a fucking square.
degenerate. Like if you were a circle,
Uh-huh.
like you'd get arrested and like put in a facility or some shit like that.
I feel like I've seen this movie or heard
And
about
like
it.
if you're a square, triangle, rectangle, that was like considered normal,
Mhm.
and you'd get jobs depending on what shape you were. Like certain shapes were more desirable.
Interesting.
And so like this guy was born a circle, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm a circle. What am I gonna do? They're gonna arrest me."
Mhm.
And then like he meets like the grandfather circle that's like my son, I will show you why.
Dewey.
Yeah, I'll show you Dewey, my son. He's like, I'll show you like why they hate circles so much. And he's like, okay, show me, Papa. He's like, no.
Yes,
Telling
Papa.
lies. Okay, so like he takes him, and he's like, all right, you see these 2D fuckers down here?
Mhm.
Watch this shit. And he like
Wait,
moves
I
into
think
it,
I
and they're like,
heard
whoa,
this.
who's this guy? And then he like goes out, and he's like, oh, he's
Yeah,
gone.
I've heard about this movie because this guy, when he was explaining, he was talking about like this movie. I'm sure it's that one.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. I want to see it
It's-
now.
And so he finds out like his infinite potential because like in the 2D world,
Mhm.
he's like in 3D, you know?
Mhm.
Like they're all flat like this, but
Yeah.
he's like taking up like a whole nother dimension. So he's
Yeah.
like, I am God.
Damn.
If I had like a piece of paper, this would be so easy to explain. Anyways, but like think about, I like the transitioning of like shapes and like different dimensions. So like in the second dimension,
Colors and shapes.
it's a square, right?
Now we're in the
Yes.
psychedelic part of the podcast.
And then the third dimension is a cube, and then the fourth dimension is a tesseract. It's like an ever changing like
Yeah.
shape.
Like it has no
form.
physical form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
like,
Is that why I burned through the fucking airplane? In
No, it's like it has like a tesseract has like a different meaning. I think that's like why they called it that in the Marvel movies. But I don't know. They like really interested me for like a little while.
Maybe it just means like ball of like mass or like
Interested.
ball of energy. Something like that.
Maybe.
You want me to look up the definition of tesseract?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, look
Okay.
it up.
In geometry, the tesseract is the four-dimensional analog of the cube. The tesseract is to the cube as the cube is to the square. Just as the surface of the cube consists of 6 square faces, the hypersurface of the tesseract consists of 8 cubical cells. The tesseract is one of 6 convex regular polytopes.
Polytopes.
It has 24
Love
faces.
those.
24 faces and 8 cells. So it's a 4x4x4.
Yeah, but look at this GIF. Like
Let me see.
it should. Yeah. there you go.
Whoa!
Oh
Holy
my
fuck!
goodness.
Yo, if you guys, bro,
The-
you should be.
if
You,
you-
should
you
play
should-
this picture if you
Oh, but-
can.
I don't think I can.
Holy shit!
Just look up fourth dimensional.
Link the GIF in the description.
Yeah, okay. Look at this GIF, everybody. It's fucking
In the
crazy.
description.
fucking-
After you watch this
amazing.
episode, go look at it. And that's what I mean by like ever changing
I
shape.
feel like I took a tab of acid just now.
It's
Don't say
bro.
that.
Oh,
Fourth
square
dimensional people would have
square
like
up.
fourth dimensional people if they entered our 3-dimensional
They'd
realm,
just
they'd
be
be able to
like,
like fuck us up.
They'd be walking around like
Little
fucking-
noodles?
Yeah, like be like
Hi,
Squidward.
man.
I think they're like beyond time and like space type of thing. So they can like teleport.
And that sucks. Like if you do witness this shit, the government just comes in and fucking like,
Yeah.
oh, he died by a fucking car accident,
But
and his body was never found.
But yeah,
Damn.
that's my little spill on other dimensional shit. It's pretty
I
crazy.
just got hella paranoid so fast.
dude, honestly.
You know they say that there's like 11 planes of like dimensions and shit like that.
That's 11
bro.
planes.
The fourth dimension is like
Am I
only
sweating, bro? Oh fuck,
Look at your arm.
probably.
I'm sweating.
It's a little hot in here.
Are you sweating?
Yeah, I'm getting a little warm.
The
It's a
underboob
little
sweat,
toasty
bro.
or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I was just reading into the fucking those Catholic Church controversies.
Ooh,
Which
one?
let's hear it.
What do you call it? There's about 3,000 priests dating back 50
Oh
years
fuck yeah.
that were all like they were child molesters.
Yeah,
Like 3,000 of them.
Sex offenders.
They all systematically.
it's fucking like insane.
Yeah, I
how,
think I
like-
remember. He told you to?
No, I just know.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's just like a thing that people know. It's like, fuck. Like you think that the person that is preaching to fucking like about God.
Like the people
and
you're supposed to
shit.
like trust the most. on the
Yeah,
planet.
it's fucking crazy, dude. Like
Like your parental figure, or like your
not even like
your guidance, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
I feel
scary.
like that would fuck you up for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it does.
And to think that
I
there's
feel
like,
bad. Like people actually go through that shit too. It's like fuck.
Mhm.
You would never know.
Yeah. I remember I was like, I heard about this guy that was saying that they would give like special crosses to like certain kids that meant like these are like the ones to
that's
like
prime real estate.
yeah
Damn.
like they're
I
like
got my eye on you.
yeah
Shit.
That's
That's
fucked
scary.
up. Like
That's-
that's why I was thinking, bro. I was like, people are literally like pieces of shit. Like
Yeah.
they'll like use you and fucking manipulate you like to their fucking satisfaction, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they'll like milk you for like every resource you have and then be like, all right, bye. You know,
Yeah,
like
see
you
you
were
later, sucker.
yeah, like you were
Yeah,
worth
like, you were
nothing.
Yeah.
It's
It's
fucking
there's
crazy.
this one movie. It's called Miss Meadows, and it's like this bitch. She's like real sweet. She's a sweet little lady. You know, she's I think she's like a kindergarten teacher or something, and she just like walks around and she has this little hand purse, and she has a gun in it, and like she just like kills like all these like bad people that like come across her path, you know, whatever.
Yeah, she's like a vigilante.
Yeah. It's a really cool movie, actually. Oh, I love Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's this one guy was like, "Get in the fucking car," blah 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 blah. She's like, "No, pew." And then, like she says she has this little saying. It's like toodaloo, and then she like kills them and shit.
Hello, motherfucker.
Imagine that's the last thing you fucking see before you die. Toodaloo. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, and then like I guess one of her students was getting like sexually assaulted by the priest or whatever the fuck reverend. I don't know. I'm not into that, but she like went to the church like right after because she like saw like bruises on his face. She was like, "What the hell? What that?" And then he was like, "The preacher." Blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
What the hell? What that?
what the hell?
See, she's
Is this
racist too.
No, I am not.
Yeah.
And hey,
You literally said, I don't mean to be racist or anything, but Asian. Well, I guess you said. Yeah. Stop.
Anyways, so she goes into the church and she literally like just kills the dude and yeah.
She's like, "Father,
God,
I have
pretty
something to
good movie.
confess." Bow, bow.
She's like, toodaloo.
Yeah. Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Yeah, so fucked up though. And it's like, I think they said like some of this stuff happened so long ago that they can't like charge the priest or some shit like that. I don't know.
And like it sucks too because like sometimes they don't even like have proof or anything. And like it's just like,
like
the
word
kid's
against.
worst. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
It's all
Ugh, it's so ugly. Like, ugh, the way it works. Like,
And it's like, how are parents supposed to like send their kids off to these fuckers now? Like,
Right?
Yeah, like I don't
People-
even want to have a kid now.
like
just when you can have kids,
honestly,
you don't have to send
like
them to church.
I think of that though. Like babies have no clue
I'll just
like
teach my
what the
kids.
world has like the what the world is like. You know,
Yeah.
they're just so innocent and they think it's all like rainbows and sunshine. And
Ignorance is
then
bliss.
you grow up and it's like, what the fuck? You know, it's like damn,
You, like,
this life.
You're learning like all the time. Like especially like when we got out of high school, we're like, oh, this life is fucking hard, bro.
Dude,
Yes,
for real.
honestly, fuck. Like
It's a hard
if
knock
like you could
life.
like go to like have like like if there was like a business where you could like go walk in and like temporarily have your memories erased, like I feel like that would like be fucking awesome because then you would just like you wouldn't feel like
But like,
the existential shit.
well,
You know?
I mean, the memories that you have and the experiences you've been through are what make you who you are. So I wouldn't want to forget anything that I've been through. You know, Forgive
well,
and
just if you need
forget.
to escape for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Like they put it back into you.
Yeah,
That's what
like
drugs
it's
are for.
temporary.
I'm just
No,
Oh my god.
no, like temporary relief, like where it's like you're like back in that like
Yeah,
childish
the
state of mind. You
childhood,
know?
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
It's good to be a child. You know.
But it's
Not-
also good to like know that shit can hit the fan and
Yeah.
it will, like, you know, like
'Cause
you
it
could be
gives it makes
prepared
you
for
prepared.
it.
Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. I remember my
was-
parents. Sorry.
No, go.
I was just remember my parents would always say like, enjoy the time you have now in high school, and I was like
Mhm.
fucking miserable, and I was
Yes.
Dude, yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
Like what?
But
it's like a job. I gotta
I
do for 8
still
hours.
fucking hate. I still don't regret hating high
Yeah.
school. I fucking hate it.
I was
so
just like,
much.
I wish I can have that freedom back
yeah,
of
yeah,
high school times.
definitely. You know, I would skip school all the time.
I
Like,
know, I
it was,
remember
I was
that.
always just chilling, like, and now it's
I
just
mean,
like,
So like, so we've known each other. I mean, we've known of each other basically for like 4 years or 5 years now, right?
yeah,
Since we've been out of
6
high school?
years.
Because I knew you longer.
We
I knew-
graduated
It's
a
like
year ago.
7.
I know Jake from Comfort Blanket Podcast
years.
since middle
Six.
school.
Was it 6th grade?
Yeah,
6th
6th or
or
7th grade, and up until now. So that's like 9 years.
I think so.
Yeah,
That's
Same,
fucking
same
crazy.
thing with Lucas. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I think I've known Lucas a little bit longer, like
The
since,
fuck.
but because I knew Lucas like almost basically like just out of elementary school. Basically.
Mm.
oh,
It was
that's
like
cool.
it was like going into middle school,
Yeah,
elementary
That's
school,
crazy,
right?
dude.
5th grade.
it's
Fourth grade?
insane.
Nah,
Sixth
I'm not
Insane
good
in the
at math.
membrane.
We call it. Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy. And I've known Hannah since like freshman year, so that's like 5
Mhm.
years. 6.
So like I knew Sabrina like before like she's gone through all of this shit that she's like just like spilled to you guys, you know. Same thing with Jake. Like I knew them before. Like we all learned the harsh lessons of life together.
Yeah,
That's crazy to think about.
We're very ignorant back then. We're like, wow, life is fucking great.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
shut up, mom. You don't know. I'm playing Minecraft. Get out of my room. Like one day that kid's gonna be like, "Ah, I should have told my mom I loved
so
her
weird. No,
before
for
she
real,
died
like
of cancer."
it's
Oh my
so weird
God.
how like you take things for granted.
Exactly.
Like
just saying hi.
I've been through a lot of shit, dude, and like I realized like damn, like I had a place to stay. I had somewhere to lay my head, you know, and like now it's just like, what the fuck? Like, where am I? Who am I? It's like, damn, like
Very existential.
you really do realize like
Shit gets
damn,
real.
Like I thought my life was hard back then, and now it's just like, whoa, what the fuck? You
That's
know?
why I
know-
think.
sorry.
Sorry, continue. Or
I-
you can go.
I was talking about the friend that we're hanging out with yesterday. Well, we were hanging out with her, and like I've known her since like 8th grade year of middle school.
Mhm.
So like I was like in that state of, because she was like one of my first like real girlfriends,
Yeah.
and like we started to like experience like things like with each other that we've never like experienced. So like I've seen her when she was like very, very young,
Yeah.
and now I see her as like this adult because she like
She
moved
has a
out.
house,
Yeah, she
yeah.
like lives in a house now.
I've been there. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's super nice, and like she works really hard for like all the shit that she has,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and like the stuff that we complain about, like me or like Jalen, how we like complain about some things. It's like so
Little.
Trivial.
Yeah, compared to like her, she's like, fuck, I don't know
She's
if
like-
I'm gonna eat this like
Yeah.
week or this month type
Yeah.
of thing.
She's going through
And,
like real shit, and then we're tripping about like, my mom didn't bring me a cheeseburger, or they
Yeah.
didn't put cheese on it.
yeah, and she just like she's already
She's
like.
how am I gonna pay my fucking
Yeah,
bills?
and
too?
she like, of course
Yeah.
she'll have like these hard times, but of course she like gets up and she's like, well, I can't fucking cry about it. Like I have to do something because no one else is gonna do it.
Yeah, no one's gonna do it for you,
Yeah.
you know?
you,
Yeah.
And it's
you
just
are your
kinda-
own real one, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Your only best friend.
You are your
One
only
is the
loneliest
loneliest number.
number.
That's just so fucked.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like when you have to like worry about like bills and shit, and like before you were just like chilling, freeloading off your parents and whatever.
And
Yeah,
the
I
fact that they like gave to you so willingly,
Yeah.
Mhm.
beautiful.
And I think
That's
about-
why I love my parents.
Yeah, I think about the fact because when I never like complain when they like ask me to do shit for them because like they raised me for like 18 years and like they all our parents could have, or at least like our parents, like they could have just like kicked us out like right when we turned 18.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's just like fucking
Or
crazy.
17 even.
Yeah.
I haven't really like actually lived with my parents since I was like 17, 16.
Hmm.
So like I've like just experienced like
Yeah.
what I, you know, like I realized a lot like at a young age. I had like my own little apartment at 17 whenever I moved to Stevens and everything. Like it was really cool like to experience like living like an adult at a young age, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like, and I realized a lot, you know, like I would see like my friends how like they have their parents support them and everything, and then like I'm over here like, hey, like
Hey guys.
hey.
Do you like that picture of
Like,
like the
I'm-
SpongeBob fish like waving in the window?
Yep, literally. Hello,
Yeah.
darkness, my old friend.
That's what, yeah, that's just like what blows my mind because like I
Yeah.
could have been out of this house already and like worrying about so much more, but for some
Or you could have
reason-
just been on the streets. You know, like if things like really went bad, like
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like with a
Like-
sheet,
I
on
mean-
the ground, like with only the clothes on your back.
Yeah, and like me and my mom have like had like problems before where she's like kicked me out of the house, but I still had my dad to go to, you know.
Mhm.
So it's just like I never
When you
really-
truly have no one, or like you've never experienced what it feels
yeah
to have no one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like when I first got my car, like thank God for my car, because like I was in like some like little like situations, you know, that I could get myself out of now because I had my car, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like thank God, like so I don't know, like the stuff that I've been through, like it's really like crazy. Like you wouldn't think that I've been through it because I'm always this happy like person, you know, and then deep down inside I'm a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, for real though. Like it's crazy. Like you would never know. Like especially like that's why I love like talking to people because like I just love like knowing that like people
know.
go through
Mhm.
people go through stuff, you know? Like I love knowing that like I love being sweet. I love being nice. Like I'm a friendly bitch, you know? Like I'm not mean. Like I don't believe in that. Like I don't believe in being mean to people. It's just not cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like I love being nice. I love being funny, you know? I love being like the life of the party, you know? Like I just like it because I know what it's like to like not feel,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm.
And it's just like
That's like it's crazy because you do see people that are like really down and then they always like take it out on like, other
yeah,
people.
it's sad. Misery loves company. It's an actual thing, you know. Like, I know a lot of people that are like that, and I had to cut them off because like it was just like I can't.
Yeah.
Like
Especially if like
people-
they're your friends because
Yeah.
like like your friends are the only ones that could take away like your pain for a little while
Yeah, like
and they like take it out on you for some
yeah,
reason.
like I had this one
Yeah.
friend. She was like she was kind of like really negative and stuff, and like everyone was always like, why are you friends with her, like you're so happy and she's so negative. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know, like what the fuck, why am I friends with her? And then I stopped being friends with her, of course. Yeah, but it's just like, it's really cool, like to know that, like not to know, but like just to like that life happens, you know, and like anybody could be going through some shit right now and you wouldn't even know it, like, you know.
Crazy.
You know?
You know.
Yeah. Thank
Anybody
you.
else want these?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can.
These are the talking headphones.
The talking phone.
So how are you liking the Comfort Blanket podcast experience?
I love it. I really do. Like, I honestly, like, I've been procrastinating so much on starting a YouTube channel. Anybody that follows me knows this. Like,
Yeah.
like honestly, I'm just like, cause like me and Claire, my best friend, we're like really funny together. We're always like, dude, why aren't we recording this? Why aren't like, why isn't this like uploaded?
That was like our idea for this podcast type of thing.
Yeah, like it's just really cool. Like how like me and Claire, like we literally have the whole like thing planned out, and we still have yet to like upload a video or anything or edit a video, and it's just like, we gotta get to it, bitch, before like it's time's up. You know.
I was like, the whole reason behind like my drive, I guess, for wanting to like really start this, because I follow this guy. His name's Kevin Smith. Have you heard of him before? He's like a director. He writes comic books.
Comic book man.
Oh.
I don't know.
He's like the
You know
face
that?
of comic book man.
Yeah,
Oh.
well,
That's
he's
how most people know him.
yeah, well, he was like this famous director, and like he's known for his like indie films that like aren't popular, but they have like a cult following.
Yeah.
So like it's really under the radar. Anyways, he's like my idol, and like he does like everything that I like want to do. Like he like writes comic books, makes movies. He does podcasts. And one day, I was like, back when I was working at Papa John's, I would always listen to the
Papa
podcast.
Bless.
And he was just saying like anybody could like make a podcast. Like it's so fucking easy. Just to like, you can do it on your phone. You can like just do it over your like webcam type of thing.
Yeah.
And like
you can do it, put your back into it.
yeah, if you like really wanted to. And he was telling this story about like his friend that was like about to like kill himself. And Kevin Smith was like, just like
Do this podcast with
Just
me.
do it.
yeah, like honestly though, he was like, do a podcast, like put everything out there, let people know that like you're struggling, and like tell your story and all this stuff. And like to this day, he's like a happy man now because he has like this outlet of like a podcast to like really tell his story type of
And
thing.
honestly, like that's what I kind of wanted to do with my YouTube channel. I wanted to like just like kind of inspire people to like be themselves, and like, you know, like just like not worry, like learn through your experiences, don't dwell on them, you know. Like I don't know, like
I think you can be that way. Like you can have like story time or something.
Yeah, like
and like tell them, because you're always like out of all the time that I've like known you, you've always been like this cheery person, and like you're never ever like out of this, you know, out of that like mood. So like I think you can, if people saw that, I feel like that could like help them.
Yeah,
you know?
I never ever like let people see me down. Like it's just not who I am, you know. Like I don't feel obligated, but at the same time I do, because like it's just like everybody knows me as this person that's like always happy, but at the same time it's like there's a whole another side to me that's just like fucking sobbing and shit, you know. Like, but nobody will ever know, because like I'm always happy.
Well, now they know.
And if you don't know, now you know, dudes.
Good place to end the night. Or
Yeah. I mean, we can just have our comfy outro, dude. Tell them.
something outro. You want to say, plug your Instagram and all, your Twitter and all that?
Oh, okay. Well, my Instagram is my name, Sabrina Castilleja. And then my Twitter is Sabrinesia. And then my Snap is Brina Boo Boo. Follow me.
So I guess that's a good night, everybody. Have a comfy week. Say
Yes.
bye-bye.
Have comfy,
Good
cozy
night,
weeks.
or good
Bye.
morning, or
Love you.
good day.
Love you. Hug you. Don't do drugs.